We are going to be looking at some disturbing videos, strange and odd news stories, and as always, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Now, as you can see, a lot of times I do use the word disturbing, and to be fair, people have asked me why do I always use a certain word in titles. For whatever reason, when I try to mix it up or use other words, other phrases, I get put into algorithms that I don't want to be in, like cat videos or people eating food. Whether I use the words creepy, scary, mysterious, or even if the title completely matches what's in the video, the results are the same. And if I use the word disturbing, then the algorithm latches on and it sends me to where I need to go. I don't know why. I reached out to YouTube support, but I'm waiting to hear back. So until some kind of fix happens, I'm going to keep it the same and keep it simple. But at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because all these stories are basically just that, disturbing. But anyway, with all these strange news stories coming out, with all these mysterious sightings, with all these different things going on around the world that make absolutely no sense whatsoever, and we are getting no real answers from the government or the powers that be, the real question happens to be, what is Cern doing? What is Cernunnos up to? Are they cranking up that old Large Hadron Collider, the particle accelerator? Because things have gotten absolutely strange. Well, I looked into it and come to find out, Cern has actually discovered magic. It's true. They discovered magic. Cern is like that child where you know they did something wrong or they did something bad when they've been quiet for some time and you go to check in on them and come to find out they did some absolutely wild stuff. So I haven't covered Cern in weeks, and the first time that I do, they apparently discover magic. But let's go ahead and see what's going on. Apparently, supposedly, this is not your hocus pocus type of magic, but at the end of the day, do we really know because these are occultists? Let us go ahead and read this article by SciTech Daily, which was published on December 21st, 2024. The title of this article happens to be, Scientists Just Discovered Magic at the Large Hadron Collider. It goes on to say that researchers at the Large Hadron Collider have found that top quarks exhibit a property known as magic, which could advance quantum computing. When have you ever heard a scientist use the word magic or a scientific discovery involving magic? And I've said this once before that CERN, they are using certain words and they are using certain phrases at the end of these words to make it sound more scientific. Like they will call their particles, what they are researching, demons, gods, specters, ghosts, and so forth. But they'll always use the word particle at the end to make it sound more scientific. Like the story I covered where CERN themselves stated that when they fired up the Large Hadron Collider, a fourth dimensional ghost, a fourth dimensional specter, had crossed over. But again, they called it a neutrino, a ghost particle, to once again make it sound more scientific. But here, straight up, they are saying they discovered magic, but the definition of this magic makes it seem more scientific. Continuing to read from the article, it says, a brotherly research duo has discovered that when the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, produces top quarks, the heaviest known fundamental particles, it regularly creates a property known as magic. This finding, published in Physical Review D, has implications for the progression of quantum computing, with magic being a measure that describes how difficult a quantum system is for a non-quantum computer to calculate. The higher the magic, the more we need quantum computers to describe the behavior. Later in this video, I will get into a very interesting article that does get into quantum computers, but this was explained by Professor Martin White from the University of Adelaide School of Physics, Chemistry, and Earth Sciences, who co-led the study with his twin brother, Professor Chris White, a physicist from the Queen Mary University of London. And he goes on to state that studying the magic properties of quantum systems generates significant insights into the development and potential uses of quantum computers. So while we thought CERN was quiet and not doing anything, they were discovering this magic with the Large Hadron Collider to empower quantum computers, to advance them. And I personally believe that quantum computers, quantum technology, is fallen angel technology, fallen technology. Now you may be saying, you have lost me here. You think all technology is bad and evil, and no, I don't. I am a fan of technology. But just listen to how Geordie Rose, the father of D-Wave, quantum computers describes this technology. It is not normal. There's the fact that he describes these things as black monoliths and an altar to an alien god, and how you can hear a heartbeat, and how these things need cold that we can't even comprehend, temperatures we can't even comprehend to operate. Besides all that, he also states that they are going into parallel universes to grab information, to take things and bring them back to our dimension, bring them back to our universe. Nothing about that is just normal everyday technology. And when they say parallel universes, what they really mean are these higher and lower dimensions. Again, that's where I get the point of fallen technology, fallen angel technology. That's probably what they use to communicate with these beings and to trade information back and forth. Cern is just one part of the puzzle. All of these organizations are occultists together. Cern, D-Wave, NASA, and so forth. Even the Vatican, who out of nowhere said they will be opening a portal, and that was the Pope's own words. He decreed that he will be opening a portal to a prison around Christmas. And you have to remember, a lot of these scientists that are in Cern, they come straight from the Vatican. I did a video about a few months ago where there were news articles coming out, mainly from the Vatican, where they were sending their own scientists from their own observatory over to Cern, and Cern was bringing their scientists over to the Vatican. And they went on to state how a lot of these scientists inside of Cern are from the Vatican. The Vatican, they send their scientists, the scientists do their research and experiments, they get the results, and they bring it right back to the Vatican. The Vatican has their own observatory with a telescope called Lucifer. When I originally covered this story, the very first time I covered the story of the Vatican opening this holy sacred door at St. Peter's Basilica, out of nowhere, a few weeks later, the holy sacred door turned into 5 holy sacred portals. Just out of nowhere, the Pope just started using the word portal. Now, and again, for the very first time in history, and they have these jubilees every 25 years. From what I understand, it should be every 50 years, but they have these jubilees every 25 years, and this is the first time they have ever done this ceremony, this portal ceremony at this prison. But like I was saying, it's not just Cern, it's these other organizations as well, including Google. When this discovery was made at Cern, as coincidence may have it, around the same time, there was a major breakthrough involving quantum computers at Google. This article was published on December 12, 2024 by The Mirror, and this article is titled, "Google Claims It Has Discovered Staggering Proof We Live in a Multiverse," and it's all thanks to this quantum computer chip called Willow. So basically, there is a computation so difficult to solve, it would take even today's supercomputers, fastest supercomputers, 10 septillion years to solve. And well, this quantum computer, this quantum chip, solved it in less than 5 minutes. So because of how lightning fast this equation was solved by this quantum chip, this quantum computer, they are saying there is absolutely no way it could have been done just by our universe timescale alone. It had to involve other parallel universes. So just look at the timing of everything. We have, again, Cern coming out saying they found this magic that will empower quantum computers. And at the same time, Google is stating that their Willow can solve things in ways that they can't even comprehend, to the point they have to state that other universes must be involved. But I guess it's just outside the realm of possibility that they are playing with other dimensions and entities and beings that they shouldn't be playing with. Let's not forget that Cern has stated that they have found 6 other dimensions, and they will be exploring these other dimensions. And at the same time, these things are crossing over, which they call higher dimensional ghost particles. And all these organizations, they go hand in hand together. But at the end of the day, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.